Hello.
Hello, everyone. Oh, good, I got them written out. That's good.
Yeah.
Because I can't use the computer well enough to actually pull them up and look at them.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So,
You need me to use this?
actually, no, leave that right where it is.
Good.
So, I'm gonna kind of conduct the interview,
Okay.
just to get it started, excuse me, I'm
Okay.
facilitating. So, essentially, you know why you're here.
Yes, but before we start, I have to ask you if we use the Costanza theory here for any responses. And are you, in other words, you're the one that's gonna tell me if I've left the rails.
No,
No?
the only thing, I'll do a time check if we're getting close.
Okay.
Other than that, and I'm not sure which.
So the Costanza theory is okay then? We've never, okay, I'm just checking.
I am timing you, Tommy.
Amber, it's okay, I need you.
We'll start the clock when I finish my intro. How's it?
Beautiful.
Okay.
If you say Festivus for the rest of us,
No, it won't be
that will
festive.
be fine, okay.
And it won't be, it's you, it's me, not you either, it won't be that.
Okay.
So,
These interviews are a lot more fun than I thought they'd be.
Tommy, so you've got the list of questions in front of you.
Yes.
So if you need to refer to them, you can.
Okay.
Amber and I are going to ask the first two,
Okay,
and then the rest of them will be handled by the school board. Again, I will do a time check. The last question will be if you have questions for the board. You'll have time to do that at the end, and then there may be follow-up questions based on your answers.
I promise you, it will be done long enough.
Okay, that's fine.
Very succinct.
So my first question is, are you related to anyone who works for Park City School District?
No, I'm not.
Thank you.
Do you conduct any business with Park City School District?
No, I do not. Now, I have to add one thing to that, okay?
Okay.
The reason I'm here is because I've watched for 40 years, and not one person in this room can say that, the dysfunctionality of the school district. It is not anyone in this room's fault, and in fact, every one of you have added toward making it better. We're getting close, we really are. I think under your leadership, okay, it got a lot depoliticized because there wasn't one person pulling strings. And so you've tried so hard to do your job, and I really believe, and I get this from the teachers, and even though there's some vocal parents, many parents are pleased with what we're doing, how it's being publicized, and where we're going with this. So I really like where we are, and I see the potential. But I have to tell you, I'm only here for one reason. I'm here because I'm tired of seeing the politics. It's not a dysfunctional superintendent. It's not a dysfunctional office. It's not a dysfunctional group of teachers. It's a dysfunctional board. You inherited it. You've been living with it. Phil quitting is an example of it. Because Phil was a good man and he's trying his best and he went in it again for the same reasons you went in it. For children, to make it better, to streamline it, and to make it better so you can do your job and you...
So is that a no?
I don't remember,
Okay.
okay? So what I'm saying is that today is the first day of a new day in Park City, Utah School District. Today is the day that the politics ends. It can end one of three ways, okay? It can end with the group of people that are here, the 4 or 5, whoever it is, making a decision about going forward in a cooperative manner, okay? Now, again, I know we're not supposed to talk about other people, and I probably won't mention names.
I'm going to have to stop you if you start going for other people.
We'll not go for other people.
And there actually is a list of questions in keeping with the
I
process
promise you I'll
that the other individual candidates have
And I
answered.
will answer.
I do believe the board would like
You're
that.
wasting my time right now.
Okay.
Thank you. So what I'm saying is that the bullshit's gonna stop today. We're either gonna pick somebody who's gonna listen, because I can tell you right now, I don't know all the issues. In fact, I don't know most of them, and I've been here longer than anybody. I would count on a Phil, an Andrew, a Petra, a UJJ, and you to tell me what's happening, but I also feel the public is the most important thing here. If we wanna pass a bond, there's only one way we're gonna do that, and win them over. You all have been trying, but if somebody doesn't trust you because the person was here 2 and 3 times before you lied to them, what are you gonna do about it? You need a board that can reach out to everybody, and you need a person like me to reach out to everybody and tell them things are better now. So I'm here to make it better, but I'm going to tell you, if you pick me, we won't get there in a pretty fashion, okay? Because I'm not going to be 1 out of 5. I'm not going to be 1 out of 3. I'm not going to be 3 out of 5. I'm going to be me. And the minute somebody starts something, it's not pretty. So I'm going to tell you this. I came because we have a candidate who was asked to do this and pushed to do this, has tried to do this for a while. And I'm just telling you, I'm doing this because I'm better qualified, and I also will do a better job. I don't want to politicize. How do you depoliticize it? By overly politicizing it, which is what I'm doing. We have another candidate who's a wonderful person who cares only in it as a parent, as somebody who's been in this district for 5 years, lovingly worked their way through this. Don't get uncomfortable, because this is what it is. This is why I'm here.
So Tanya, can we start with the
We
questions?
can start in a minute, because JJ, I don't have a good answer to any of these questions. These questions don't mean anything. What means something is you four come together and decide on somebody who's going to work with you, not be a 3 out of 5, not be a dupe, not be somebody who's trying to enhance their career, not be somebody who's trying to build themselves up socially in the community, not somebody who is doing business in the community. You need somebody who's going to be independent. And the main thing is somebody who cares about kids. I'm all those things, political too, like the other candidate, but I'm here to stop that. Now, I'm ready to answer your questions, but there's one candidate that we have that's an independent person, and that independent person should be chosen. And if they're not chosen, the day this is done, I'm going to the press and I'm going to tell the whole story. So now we're done. And the story isn't about you guys. It's about why we don't function. It's what I'm telling you here. And I've told this to people before. I'm the kind of person that I'm obnoxious. Nobody wants to be around me. But people believe me, okay? And I am here to support you if you pick the right person. If you pick the wrong person, it's bad. Now, I'm ready to answer your questions. And if something I said was wrong, I'm going to say this. Before I came here, nobody told me it was wrong. That's the Tanzer view. Thank you.
Okay,
Anyone else?
so I'm going to start. The two primary responsibilities of the school board are budget and policies. What are your experiences in working with budgets and writing or reviewing policies?
Not much on policy. I mean, policy, let's put it this way. I went to graduate school for it during Watergate and found out why policy, it's really truly dominated by personalities. Personalities have dominated this, not policy. If we trusted our people that are doing things, the policy wouldn't be hard. They know how to write policy. Now, I ran a company for 35 years. I worked in education for 40 years. And I'm really good with kids. I'm really good with people who like me. And I could work with you all if we could get through the politics. Now, again, I ran a business that I started on my own from nothing and became Jerry Maguire. In this school district, if you ask me what I've done, I got the teachers the biggest raise we ever got. The teachers love me. I've helped reorganize them. By the way, I salute you for what you've done with the teachers this last time. You treated them the best that anybody's treated them since I left here in 1983 and forward. So you're going in the right direction. If I were to get this position, and I doubt that I will, because I don't think you would want to spend 3 hours with me twice a week, twice a month, and my wife doesn't even want to, so I don't blame you. But I'm going to tell you that policy wouldn't be that hard. You got brilliant people here, brilliant people. I've heard nothing but good about him. I fought a little bit with Todd, but Todd Hauber, I've been told, is one of the smartest, best people doing what he does. So you got policy that'll tell us what we're going to do. We need more Molly. We need to have people that'll help Molly. We need to get Molly 13 people from some of these groups that are unhappy to say, you know what, you guys are changing. You are doing better. There's only one candidate that will help you with that. I'll eventually get you there, but eggs will be broken along the way. That the one loving candidate will help you get there now. Okay? Any other questions about policy?
Nope.
Okay, next question is,
Okay, thank you.
How would you decide appropriate levels of spending, i.e. salaries, positions, and facilities, while remaining fiduciary steward of tax dollars?
Well, I think from what I've gathered, you guys just did that. It was the first time that we got an honest accounting of what's possible, and that internally and then externally, and then you've seen the ripple effect of it, that your superintendent went along with that, and your Todd went along with it. So administration got what they wanted, not 100% what they wanted. The teachers got what they wanted, 100% what they wanted. Nobody's crying. We have the lowest tax rates in the earth. And I feel like if we do a good job and win the public over, it won't be that hard to ask them for the money. They piss that much away at lunch, okay? I only did 2 words, right? So far, I get 3, right?
It's 2.
I get 3. Yeah, but I get 3. One more. I'm good. I know what quotas are.
All right, number 3.
Number 3.
How do you build trust and respect as a team and model those qualities to others?
Tell me one more time, Patrick.
It should be on.
Okay, yeah.
Number 3.
Number 3.
Number 3.
How do you build trust and respect as a team and model those qualities to others?
By not going behind each other's backs, by not talking to the wrong people, by not going back to somebody from the past to get information that was leading a board before and isn't on the board. Then you go back to the people before that were on the board. We go back to the people from 1992 that are still having influence here, and they were influenced by the people from 1970. So the way to do it is stop doing that. Just be open. Be open. These 3-minute rules and the public can't this and the public can't that, I do away with all that stuff. And what I would first try to do, which is not going to be easy after this interview, is build trust with you individually, that I'm not here to hurt you. I don't have an agenda. I don't even know what's best, but I can listen and then I'll break a tie. Believe me, I'll break a tie. Okay. Did I answer it? I don't think I did, Petra.
You did, you're
You
good.
did.
Okay.
Yes.
Good.
What do you see as the current strengths of the school district, Tommy?
The fresh faces, the people with children, the people you have one in the school. You're doing this for the future. You know, you've been involved in the schools. I know you why you ran. You ran because you want to make it better for your children. You did. There was no other reason, Julie. Where is the gratis in this? I mean, is this this got to be a lot of hours of source. When Phil asked me to do this at first, and then he told me later, he says, Tommy, I don't think you should. Why would you do this? You have such a nice life. You got to put yourself through this? So I would say this. I think we have caring people on the school board. I think that they need to understand what their job is. And I'm not saying I do, but I think when you hear from the public, we need to set the tone. We need to set a budget. We need to give these people the tools they need to do well. And then we need to be the ones that can engage the public and say, you know what? 63% of the people said this, 37 said this. 37 is a lot of people, but it's still 37. Now here's where we're going. How can you help us? So I would engage the public actively, and I have to feel that Phil started to do that. You've done that. You've done that. We've done that. And we just got to get away from this 3 to 2 and that stuff. So I feel like if we respected each other more and worked our way through this more, this is how we would build respect. It's really not about the outside world other than how do we include them, but we have to feel good about ourselves first.
Okay, so you've kind of answered this one, but I'll just ask it directly. As an incoming board member, do you have any priorities in mind for improving the district? And if so, please explain into it.
Just one.
Okay.
I want to depoliticize our board. I want to have the board functioning in a way that does it with love, respect for each other and the community. I know you're trying. It isn't like any one of you isn't trying. But when we're divided and we're political, it just gets on everybody. And I have to tell you, lately, being in the schools, it's affecting the people in the office. It's affecting the people in the schools. Nobody knows where they stand. The raise helps. It's a really good step. but it did come after a lot of other districts got it, so it's still not unique. We now can protect ourselves from losing teachers to Salt Lake City. That's about all we did. But we're beginning, and it's a trust thing. And you did it, and Todd did it, and you guys did it. So we did a great thing. We also have people, I don't think you want to be in this situation anymore. You didn't go into this for what you've been through lately. You know you didn't.
No, I went in it for the money.
Absolutely. But I'm telling you, I want the next person that walks away from the school board, okay, let me change the way I said it. I want the next man that quits his political office and walks away, not to be from this school board, because we've had Mo and Phil, but I want it to be from the presidency of the United States. I want that to be the next man that walks away from this job. Okay? That's what I want.
Okay.
Okay? And look at the time. Look at the time.
Dr. Conley has the time, so I'm gonna check with you.
Excuse me.
Dr. Conley, how much time do we have?
Yes.
I believe we have about 14 minutes, but let me check.
Yeah, right.
And I still got one more though.
Right.
I still got
You got
one.
3 more.
I got one more.
Yeah,
You gotta
All
keep
right.
From us, yeah.
Right.
JJ, I think you're up.
Okay. How will you balance your role as a board member on a 5-member board versus your role as an individual community member?
Boy, that's a tough one. I mean, the part about the community members, he's just like the Congress does. You go meet with them and you listen to them. And there's plenty in our district. Our district's probably one of the least, because it's their valley. They don't live there. Where I live, they don't live there. So you have to engage the people in Prospector. You have to engage the people that would be in the district. As far as each other goes, boy, you'd have to tell me. I'd want you to, I just know what we see, meaning the public sees is wrong, but I don't think I have a solution. So my way of doing it is sort of the way this interview went, which is not necessarily going to get there quickly, but it'll get there. You know, I ran a business for a long time in sports, so it's like I dealt with 30 people every day like Donald Trump, but smarter. And I got through it, okay? I quit when I was 52, okay? But I still get to collect the money. So, you know what's good about me? I'm really lucky. So if you have me involved, this is gonna all work out. Now, I think I'd still be better as somebody on the outside, helping Molly, helping them, bringing more people into it, telling the people who are after you and bothering you that it's not true. They're doing the best they can. If you don't know that, call one of them. Let's go meet with them. Let's talk to them. So it's real nuts and bolts stuff. It's not, I get one more, right? Or would it be wrong? Because that's the George Costanza rule. He asked, like, would that be wrong? And if you tell him ahead of time, then he doesn't do it. That would be wrong?
You said it was a quota of 3, you got a quota of 3.
Oh, okay.
So it's got one left.
Okay, thank you, Tim.
You're welcome.
You've always been a guy like that. It's laid out, and that's how it is.
I think
appreciate it.
actually you're the one that laid out the 3.
Well, I know, but you went along with it, and once you went along with it, you were stuck.
He's trying to get us through.
So I feel like the hardest part is picking somebody who we're gonna all get together and work through it. If something's really important to you, Julie, if you told us, then we have to figure out how. Same thing with you, JJ. Same thing with you, Petra and Andrew. Only thing I have important to me is that each decision works for children. So I'd be one of the ones that say, well, you want to hire this administrator to do this, a new one, but we still need this that's going to help children. I'm probably going to air it down here, okay? But I'm not married to anything other than I am so tired of us not being able to be who we are in Park City because of all the bleep. There, I did it, okay? So that's where I'm at. That's what's important to me. We've got to shape up. We've got to get this right.
Next question.
Oh, there's more?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just one.
Just one more.
Okay.
How do you see the board's role different from that of the superintendent?
Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, the board, I think, is here to, okay, I got notes. How about that? I think the board's here to set a tone, to make policy, whatever that is, and to get a budget together that works for the leaders, and then to trust the leaders to do their job. What I think we need to be doing better all through the district, and this is all over the country, but we can do this here, is do a better job of evaluating. Do a better job of evaluating Ember so she knows where she stands on everything. Have Ember do a better job of evaluating administrators, not so it's tied to their bonuses and stuff, but so that it's tied to their performance. And because we're not perfect at everything. I still tell you this, I'm in the school more than all of y'all, except the ones dropping off for kids. And there's a couple places there that I think we could really improve. And if I get this job, I'll tell you about them, and if I don't, I'll probably tell you. So, what was the question again?
How do you see the board's role different
Okay,
than
so
a
we set the tone, then we let them do their job. Then we evaluate them stringently but helpfully. If we picked her, we don't need to get rid of her. We just need to have her know what we need her to do more of. But we don't need to micromanage her or make her crazy or make them crazy. And that's been happening. Not because we want to, but that's just where the politics takes us. So, and then the deal with the superintendent is she's supposed to be in charge of all the educators. Plus, I'm sure she has to answer the public. I'm sure I wouldn't even know. It's like the difference between an agent and the owner of the team. The agent answers to the player and his wife. The owner of the team answers to everybody. So she had answered everybody. So she's got to be there for everybody, but she also has to be tough on the principals where we're failing. And she knows it better than we do because she's the educator. Then the principals need to do a better job of evaluating their teachers. So we don't hear this whole thing about we have a bad teacher. I mean, if I'm a teacher and you're a teacher, you're a good one and I'm a bad one, is that your fault? That's not teachers' fault that there's bad teachers. We're not evaluating enough. We're spending so much time doing that, what I said before, so I reused it, but I didn't really use it. There's so much paperwork. We're pulling these teachers out of the class. We're making them crazy. That's coming from Washington. So we have to do this and that to comply. We don't get that much money from them. I'll tell you another thing if I was on the board, and it's probably better if I'm not, because I'd go to the state and I'd settle some of this redistribution. Because I'd go find out what each one of them is spending on themselves and expose them. Because they're cheating us, they're robbing us. But you all figured out how we can fix that, and that would just be a distraction in that way. I feel like let's let the educators educate, let's support it.
All right.
Okay?
What questions do you have for us, Tommy?
That's the last
Do you have
question.
any-
That's the last question.
Yeah, the last question is, I don't really feel this was an interview of me. Because everybody here knows what I am and knows what I've done. I don't need to be talking about it. You know, I mean, I've been on the board of the Ed Foundation for, 10 years? And we've put in several programs, but I didn't invent it. The Ed Foundation's doing these incredible things for our Latino community. That's my passion, but I wouldn't go on the board just for them. We're already doing great. I don't think this was an interview of me. This was me interviewing you. And I'm asking you today, is this going to be the same old again, or are we going to step up, the four of you or Phil's in it, come together and say, you know what, we got to stop fighting with each other. We got to stop. We have to make policy. We have to provide a background here. So my interview to you is, are you picking somebody who's going to be more of the same? Are you picking somebody who can help you lovingly go forward? Or are you picking crazy person who really will get us where we need to go? Or it's like Trump. I have no values like him, but I'm the same kind of guy. I know a little more, but not much more. And I'm a Democrat, and I hate him. But I'm just telling you, I don't take a lot. I mean, and okay, the answer. Okay, that's
Thank you very much.
so I don't have any
Are there
questions.
any follow-up questions?
I don't have any.
I don't, I'm talking to Tony.
Okay, does anybody need oxygen?
I know.
And this is just one 8-minute meeting. You imagine twice a month, you're waking up and going,
I know,
"Where's the
I'm
Pepto-Bismol? Where the hell's the Pepto-Bismol?"
It's great to end on this high.
Just a couple things.
Yes,
Little
I
entertainment.
figured if you asked the same questions twice in a row already, we need it a little better. But please, there's only one candidate here that will help you get where you want to go. And I feel like you need to pick that candidate. That's what I want to say. That's what I do. I won't let, I can't live with myself after complaining for 39 years about that we don't get where we're supposed to go and then not come here and try to make it better. but I don't think I'm the best candidate.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Thank